Now, performance-wise, this thing has that Apple A7 chip inside of it, dual-core CPU, and every single model of the iPhone 5S had 1 gig of RAM. Now, 7 years later, we're starting to get iPhones with 6 gigs of RAM, so it's definitely improving, and I really do like that. When you look at a lot of other phones in the market, I mean, they have like 12 gigs of RAM and sometimes more. But, on an iPhone, even having 2 gigs of RAM is extremely decent. And with an iPhone 5S with this 1 gig of RAM, it is surprisingly smooth. And I think from any 2013 device out there, the iPhone 5S is probably the smoothest performing device 7 years later. I think it's the best perform. Even when you look at the iPhone 6, it's like almost the same exact thing as that. And I just made a video not too long ago still saying like the 5S is still surprisingly great. And I think it's amazing that this phone still turns on and it still does all that. But even on top of that, it can still handle a lot of games. A lot of games are still supported with this device. One of the biggest problems that I have when I go and use and review an older phone is that sometimes the apps aren't supported, or I can't even install certain APK files because I need to downgrade to a certain version or upgrade to a certain software, and it's just a pain. But on the iOS side, iOS 11 is still supported, iOS 12 is still supported with a lot of updates, and I really do like how this phone is still supported for that duration of time. So for sure, when it comes down to it, the performance factor is extremely decent in my opinion. Definitely not the best performing phone, I think everyone knows that, but for a majority of things that you're going to do with it, it's surprisingly decent for sure. So in terms of the performance, that really pretty much covers it up. Now,